Hello, what's up, people? Hello. Tis Friday evening on one of the most spectacular days on the calendar. Yes, indeed. Tis yours truly's birthday. I'm getting a lot of happy birthday wishes from everybody, including in the chat just now in the past few minutes, which has been really cool, to be honest. From the bottom of my heart, everybody, I really appreciate it. It's a bit of a surreal experience to have a bunch of people like that just kind of, send some love your way like that. So it's been really nice. I really appreciate it, everybody. So yeah, it's Friday. I've had a crazy week. I started my new job as a flight control systems engineer, and it's pretty awesome. It's much bigger of a project than I thought it was going to be, and that's going to be keeping me busy for the foreseeable future, but it's going to be awesome. So it's super cool to see you guys again. I'm super happy to be streaming again. I'm sorry I had to kind of last minute cancel earlier's stream. I forget, was it Monday or I think it was Monday or Tuesday night. But yeah, here we are. It's Friday night on my birthday, so it's going to be an awesome stream. And I know I said this a couple of times last time. I thought we were going to finish the actual design of the LEM sooner, but as it turns out, it was a harder project than I thought it was going to be, which is awesome because it's more rewarding when you finish those. So I think tonight is actually going to be the night that we're going to finish her, finish the design and put the finishing touches on it. So how is everybody doing? I see we've got Benjamin, we've got CS Doggy Opus, Mark, I'm scrolling, I hope I say this right, Cows-gen, I don't know, I'm probably butchering it, I don't know. Anyways, it's cool to see everybody, glad everybody is here. I'm sure more people. Clay, nice to meet you, nice to see you. It's good to see everybody, and I'm sure that we will have more people like we did last Friday when we streamed. By the way, Friday nights have been a lot of fun to stream, so I'm going to try depending on what I'm having to do during the week and actually do in KSP. I think Friday night slots are probably a pretty good stream slot, right? So we might target that. But I did a few things off air to try and work out a few things, and I came up with an idea for the lower section that I think is going to be pretty sweet. Opus, I got those volumetric clouds in my RSS install. Nice. Man, I just got 500 gigs of data on PS4, data corruption. Oh, ouch. Devastated. So many good memories are gone. No. Buffer, I'm so sorry, mate. That hurts. Aye. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I'm awesome right now. I'm happy to hear awesome, CS. I'm awesome too. Your streams brighten up my day. That is a huge compliment to any streamer, honestly. Huge compliment. So thank you for saying that. That means a lot. Okay, so here we are. All right. So before I show you what I've done, we were working on the bottom section of the module, right? Because I was debating on how to position the tanks and what to do and all that, right? The early access, so you have to buy the mod from the devs. That's what he did, yeah. That's right. So, I think Carnasso was telling me about that, about the clouds in RSS and then early access through Patreon and everything like that, which is cool, man. I haven't tried them out yet, but I hope so. But yeah, so I'll show you what we have for the lower section. We were working on that last time around, and I tried something, and I had an idea about what to do, and I gave it a shot, and it was one of those where it kind of just, it worked the first time, and I was just like, that's it, this is what we're going to do. So without further ado, without further ado, here we go. Here we go. This is what we did. So that's what we did. This is basically going to act, the justification for it basically is that this is a like really thin plate, like sort of, you know, how the lunar module, the actual lunar module has a bunch of like really thin panels that kind of cover the outside that acts as a sort of skin, right? So the idea is that this would act as a sort of heat shield to protect the tanks from any kind of radiating heat from when the engine is being fired and everything. So that's what I did, and it's actually fairly simple to understand how I did it. But since you guys couldn't see because I did it off stream, I think it looks really nice, and it nicely fills in the lower portion of the LEM, right? They are procedural wings, in fact. Yeah, that's exactly it. So what I did is that these guys are basically, they're really thin. We'll get rid of the handles, but you can kind of see what the values are. So, you know, width and length is 500. That's a square. This guy here is you know, it's got a bit of an offset in it to kind of, because once you it's rotated along, you know, it pivots here, and it's rotated from a flat surface to this way, and then this guy again is additionally folded in, right? I have Valentina and Stables currently on the space station, and it just got ripped to pieces. Ew. Orbit around the sun. Jeez, that's a daring mission to have people on. I hope they didn't suffer too much. But basically this is a sub-assembly where this is the main part, and then this guy is attached to this portion here, to that edge, and then this guy is attached to this guy along that edge, and this guy is attached to this one along that edge, right? So everything is tied to this guy, and so we can really just very easily, as we need, move it along. Now I I realized that I was afraid of the weight. Yeah, I like it. I really like it. You know, and I think it's gonna look good once we're in orbit and everything. It gives it a bit of a unique, it's a somewhat unique look. I'm definitely liking it. Now, I noticed something. I know we were going to be heavy, but I wasn't entirely sure how heavy we were going to be, and it turns out we're a little too heavy actually, because we're kind of somewhat maxing out the amount of delta V this guy we can get out of the lower stage. We're at a weight of right now 16.3, which is about what the actual lunar module was at, 17 tons, something thereabouts. Where is the descent engine? Here we go. So just to get the numbers right, so we'll have to do some fine tuning. Right now we've got, okay, so I'm kind of all over the place in my mind right now. Carnassa, my man, how are you doing, man? It's good to see you. Are you stealing design ideas off of my custom designs? Is that why you're here? Because please do. I would love it. Merry Birthmas Christmas, Calvin. Thank you. I appreciate it. Merry Birthmas. First time I ever heard that one, but I like it. I might steal, but I appreciate it. Say goodbye to Jet because I'm not getting. I was like, why are people typing chat F in chat? There it is. So yeah, 2100 meters, close to 2200 is. It's good. It's a decent amount, but I would like to see a bit more because I want to see more margins. So there's a couple things we're going to do. Right now this guy doesn't have any water on board, which is fine. So all of the life support systems in terms of water here at 2 and a bit days is entirely stored on here. So we could shift a little bit of water from here to the descent stage, I was just here to wish you a happy birthday. Thanks, man. I know it's late where you are, but I appreciate you stopping by and for the wishes. It's nice. I hope you're not overly tired, and I hope you get a really good night's sleep. Oh yeah, happy birthday. Thank you, Buffer. I really appreciate that. So what we're going to do is, I don't think we need 2200 meters per second on the ascent stage. So we can shrink the size of the tanks, and we'll target 2100 meters per second. And one of the things to consider is, right now this value here is also being negatively affected by the fact that we've got full tanks of RCS, right? So I'm shattered and will be leaving in a few minutes. Well, get a good night's sleep, man. You know, rest well, and I hope you wake up refreshed and great tomorrow. So sleep is like oxygen. It's for the weak. It's also for the living. Interesting tidbit. It's also for the living, you know. So we know that by the time we've actually gotten to the point where we need to use the ascent stage, that means we've obviously landed, and which means we've used some amount of RCS fuel, right? So we're not going to be fully tanked up in the RCS stage, which means we'll probably be somewhere around, I don't know, here, half-ish. And if we bring it down to half, that gives us more. I actually have to close these off because it's actually using this value for this guy here. So we actually, you know, it takes a bit of weight off. We are at 33 kilograms over being at 62, right? And then there's 2 tanks on either side. So I mean, there's a bit of weight there that we're gonna shed. So we are gonna lose some mass by the time we're here, right? But, and that's another thing too, while I was playing off air, is that I realized that the nitrogen tetroxide value here is off because it was actually cannibalizing the value that was technically supposed to be dedicated for the RCS. But the game doesn't really know the difference, right? That this guy is dedicated just for RCS and that this guy is just dedicated to the engine, right? There's ways you could makeshift that, but it doesn't really, I don't know, the game just doesn't think like that, right? So what we'll do is we'll just readjust before we do anything else. We'll just readjust this guy, and then we'll see to what we can bring it down with a target value of about 2100 meters per second. I think is going to be good. So 54, 52. The only damages the car will receive from his crash with me. So, if we do this, we can maybe bring this guy down a bit. If we bring, we're at 54. So 54 is kind of as low as we can go. Bring it up to 35, 355. And then we'll adjust this guy accordingly until we see the delta V peak and then start dropping down again. So that brings us to 81. 15 minutes or 19 minutes on my counter here, yeah. But I mean, I started the stream a little ahead of when the recording starts before I actually start the stream, right? So 15 minutes indeed, yeah. 15 minutes already. We've just gotten started. So I'll bring these guys down so that we have half values, because that should be somewhere around where we are at worst. And then that brings us to about 2131 meters per second. And we're down to 5.5, and I think we were at 5.63 when I think I wrote it down earlier. Somewhere. I think. Did I? I'm looking for a piece of paper. I think I might have written something down at some point. Something of interest. And apparently I did not. I was trying to see what our initial mass was. It was 5.6 something. Excuse me. My throat. Here, I just took a cup of warm tea. So 2131 I think is a more than acceptable value. And then we'll just log these guys back into where they're supposed to be. Like that. And there's a couple of other weight saving things that we can do here. Destroying all the debris around the Kerbal system. Impossible. Impossible task. I'll grab this guy. We'll bring it back up. And what we'll do is I'm going to reshape this guy. This guy right now weighs about 4 kilograms. So I'll grab this guy. And what I'll do with this guy is I'll make a disc out of it. Right? It's hard to get it to snap on the right note sometimes. There we go. Wait, why does it look like that? Ah, here. So now this guy weighs, it was around 4 kilograms, and now it weighs just 61 grams, which is nothing. What's the it's at the lowest it will allow me to go. They're all at like 0.5, which is, you can't bring it any lower than that, right? So I mean, like, this thing is, these guys, they're all as like super fragile, like as fragile like as they'll go, right? The other thing we'll do with this guy is we'll make a disc for the top, right? So we'll just bring inner down. We will bring, I need to have hollow cone, no, not hollow cone, hollow cylinder. I need the length to be at 0 value, and then the outer will be what, 1.4. So we've basically got the exact same thing we had with the full disc, but except that now this guy weighs 188 grams and then so we're like 240 grams, so like a quarter of a kilogram instead of what it was before, right? Those might break off. They should not break off because this will be hidden in a fairing, right? So that should not break off, right? If it does, then something's off. Now I'm gonna put this guy here. If I can get it to snap where I need it to snap. Okay. And then we can put these guys. So obviously I'm gonna need to, I don't need this guy to be so small. Put it to 1. Yeah, like that. Like that. I need to get a at Calvin Maclure clears his throat. Seriously. Yeah, sorry tonight. I don't know what's going on, man, but I don't know if it's just like late in the day and like it's, I don't know. It does this sometimes. I'm sorry, it's kind of annoying, but I try to mute myself when I do it, but yeah. Fragile as a real lamb. In some places, the only thing keeping them out, yeah, that's it. That's true. You're right. It really was. There's the famous story of a guy, Jeremy, good to see you, man. Chilling near a beach. Well, now, somebody's having a good time. Can you hear the waves? Are you that close? So we've just got rid. Seriously. So we've just got rid with this guy of 4 kilograms, which it's not a lot. I get it, but that's another 3 meters per second, and we're trying to squeeze everything we can, right? We could shrink this guy a bit, because that's kind of a hefty sucker at 32. But I also thought about something else. Is we've got 2 of these guys, and these guys are weighing in at 1.8 a piece, so that's 3.6, or nearly 4 kilograms each. But we can make these guys out of procedural wings as well, and just give it a square shape, and in that way we can, again, same thing as this guy, we can bring that value down, the strength multiplier down to 0.05, and they'll be a lot lighter. So we'll squeeze another, I don't know, 5 kilograms or so off of the total weight of the LEM. So let me pick something that's already square, which I think this guy is already square. Yep. So we'll grab this guy. We'll alt click, we'll grab it, and then we'll just drop it here, get rid of this part, get rid of the curvature on it, times 2, and then this guy is 800 by 800. Okay, so we'll do that. So we will go numbers 800 by 800. And then the thickness should be about 200. There. And that guy weighs 1.6 to this guy's 1. Oh, that's actually quite heavy. Why is it so heavy? It's a lot heavier than I thought. 2 kilograms. That's not much of a weight savings. Well, now. I'm actually surprised. Why is it so heavy? Nah, 3.6. Yeah. Not great. Not terrible. Question: have you checked to make sure the CSM will dock with any interference issues? No, we will have to test that. But there really shouldn't be any issues. Like, this is all. There really should not be any issues. Famous last words. Honestly, we'll bring this guy up just a bit. And we can bring this guy up. Actually, down. Up. Like that. And you can tell that this surface here is not. It's not this surface here. Like, there's no clipping, so it should. But obviously, we're gonna have to test it. You could make it hollow. I could make it hollow out of, yeah. But I'm trying to keep the part count down. Like, we're at 87 right now, and we still have a few things to do for antenna mounts and that kind of stuff. Why is it? I'm really, really, really surprised. How much of a 1.6 flat versus 1.8? It's 400 grams, but I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll do like that. We were roughly like that. We should end at about 100 pieces, which is not a little. It's more than what I had initially anticipated it was going to be at, but so it is, so it goes. Remind me if I forget to refill these guys back up. I just want to shut this down for now to get the look right. Can we bring these guys? Can we bring this guy? Based there, two sizes smaller brings us to 20. That's 12 kilograms down. I'm gonna take that. The 12 kilograms is good. I'm worried. I'm gonna bring it back up one size. Should I? I'm worried about how much load that one thing can take, because it's handling a good 5 tons. Unstable nebula. You made it. Don't forget. I won't. Every gram counts. Trimming the fat. Trimming the fat is what we're doing. Trimming the mechanical fat is exactly what we're doing. We got rid of a few, you know, we were at 5.5. We're down to 4.56. So that's about 15 kilograms down. So, I mean, I'll take it. That's given us an extra about 12 meters per second. So super small, but I mean, again, you know, every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. I'll leave it like this, actually. And then when we actually test fly it, if we notice that we're having some stability issues, then we'll adjust accordingly. So let's bring this guy back down to where it's supposed to be, which is here. Out and about. And this guy also. Nope, 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 nope. And there you go. In and out. Like that. Shielding on your command module? Shielding on my command module. It's snowing and I'm driving. Be safe, my man. Be safe. Don't want you getting into no accidents. This guy's back out. We'll have to bring all of this down. This guy is kind of heavy at 10 kilograms, but do we need it? What if we do that? That's another kilogram. It's another kilogram. And then we'll bring this back down. Like that. That's too low. Too low, too low, too low. Up. There we go. Now the good thing about having it positioned roughly here is that it sinks this antenna into that base here, and that's throat clearing number what, 15, 14. The good thing is that it brings this antenna down into this portion, right? So we don't have to make a mount for it. So that we're gonna save a few parts as a result from that, which is good. Up, up, up. Like so. Okay, so let's go ahead and there's a few things I want to do. There's going to be obviously we need the front antenna mounts for this guy here. We need the antenna mounts for this guy here. This is the pivot point, so we're going to have to attach that guy, and we're going to need a mount for these two guys here, this guy and that guy. Also, one thing I did off stream, I think I did this off stream, but I made this guy flat. If you remember at all, this panel was at an angle like that, and I wasn't quite sure whether or not I liked it, or if it, you know, something felt kind of weird to me. It's been about 30 minutes. Time flies. 75 rocket. Oh yeah. And all the balls exploded. Ouch. Yeah, so I basically made it flat, and I reworked the shape of this panel here, and that looks much better to me. And the other thing too that's fun is, by having done that, we've got a bit more of this guy exposed, so that it'll bring out that shiny golden mylar color foil out more, which is awesome. And again, all of these guys are as fragile as I can possibly make everything, right? So the other thing we could maybe do is these guys, because they're at 5.5 kilograms each. And I had only added those to have the foil kind of all around. If we're really stuck for Delta V and we kind of want a bit more, we could replace those with, instead of just the one box, we could go with 3 panels. So that would give us an extra 4 parts total count. We'll see. And that's something we could use to get rid of. I mean, if you look at the weight of this guy, this weighs 80 grams to this guy's 5.5 kilograms. So 80 grams times 3, this surface, that one, and that one would be 240 grams. So we would shave off effectively like a solid 10.25 kilograms worth of weight, which is not a little. That should translate into about, I don't know, 15 meters per second. I did nothing for 30 minutes awesomely. Thank you. It's a hell of a compliment. But I mean, I explained where we were at and what we had to do, so that's not nothing. 20 minutes. I coughed a lot. I cleared my throat a lot. I did that. So, you know. I'm explaining stuff to you guys. So it's not nothing. I'm eating a muffin right now, too. That's something. Right, so what we're going to do, we'll get that going. And I thought about this. This kind of hit me this week about how we can make this guy, the shape we can give it. And I thought about giving it a nice rounded kind of surface on top. Okay, so I need to see which one is round. Hold on a minute. Length is going to be, we'll position them according to what we need, and then we will adjust accordingly afterwards. So we'll do that. Obviously, we're not going to keep them that thick. I just wanted to see something. They're surprisingly light, actually. I was expecting it to be a lot more than 1 kilogram there. Can I have a bite? Alas, you cannot. I'm keeping my muffin for myself. That's a little too much. Too much. I just want like a really nice kind of rounded shape. There we go. We'll do that. We don't need. What is, there we go. That's too much. Thickness, we'll bring it down. Let's bring it down to 50. And then we'll see where that gets us. Offset would do that. So offset is not what we want. So Calvin, I feel like I'm obligated to now remind you of last stream's idea of Pluto Man Mission Series finale. That'd be a hell of a finale, right, man? That would be a hell of a finale. My God. I can't say I'm not interested. That's too thick to me. Let me just see something real quick on. I'm curious to see how thick it was on the actual LEM. So I'm looking at these mounts here. I just want to see. They're pretty thick. I mean, you'd expect that, right? Come on, Nebula. It won't taste as good by the time it gets to you. I'm protecting you from a bad tasting muffin. That's what I'm doing. Put these guys black because we want them black. And leading edge. Well, Kevin, I've raid tonight. Sorry, I can't stay. That's alright, Opus. It's good to see you. Enjoy the raid. Have a good time. Somewhere like that. Okay, so what would that look like? Something to that effect. It's a muffin of disappointment. Thanks again, Opus, for the happy birthday. Enjoy the stream. Enjoy the, not the stream, but enjoy the raid. Listen, the muffin deal breaker. The muffin's deal breaker. Really? You don't even know what kind of muffin it is, by the way. These guys weigh in at, that's nice and low. I'm digging it. Calvin needs a raid. I think I'll drop down the leading edge value a bit. It's a little too pointy. It's not quite as round as I want it to be. What about 75? Better. Length is the other way. Which way was the offset? Hold on. If we go 7.5, do that. The offset was. The offset could work. Yeah, the offset's good. That looks better. That looks better. Which way though? Yep. It's also a bran muffin. This is actually blueberry. Homemade blueberry muffins. Yeah. There you go. That's looking decent. Is somebody keeping track? I hope so. I want a tally at the end. I want to know. Hold on, let me put this guy back on because I want to. This way I can just very easily reset this stuff. And it's not going to drop to the ground. You hate Auto Taco? Doesn't everybody hate Auto Taco? I hear the blueberry screaming. Okay. And then what we're gonna do, that's two more. Okay, so what should we do? We'll do the antennas next. I really want to work on the antenna mounts next. So let's do those. And we will grab one of these because they're available already. And I'm going to need to actually split this guy so I can... I've got so much junk happening on... Like, there's so much happening outside the LEM that I can't even... Oh, damn it. Not what I wanted to do. Gravy. back out like that. No, golden. You'll rewatch and you'll count it. All right. $22. That's a lot. So what we'll do, I've got so much, there's so much happening outside the lamp that I can't even like find a place to to surface attach anything anymore. I can just squeeze it in there. There we go. We won't need it to be so long. So we'll shrink it down a bit. Bring it down to a meter. I legit cannot wait to go to the moon with this thing. It is going to be a fire. How do these toggle? We'll center it-ish. Hold on. There we go. Much better viewing. Like that. Now, what are two objects that hold water? Well, damn. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Okay. How do we want? How do we want the other piece now? That. How do we want the other piece? I've got an idea of how we could mount the other one. I've also got the idea to make this guy thicker so that it looks, or not fill it, no, sorry. Yeah, there we go. Better. That looks beefier, so stronger, which is good. And then what I think we could do for the other one, let me think. Do we want it silver or gold? That's a question, actually. Do we want it silver or gold colored? That strut. Benjamin, yeah, it is, exactly. Yeah, we're at the point now where we're gonna start doing some serious moon, crewed moon, man-mooned missions. So yeah, we're basically all of the building that I'm doing, like all the live streaming, the previous ones we were building the other parts of the LEM, and before that we were building the Saturn V. All of the live streaming is basically like I have to do this anyway. Like you have to build crafts for the missions regardless. Eric LeBlanc says gold. We need to have these crafts built regardless. So basically the streaming is me building it, but instead of just being me by myself and building it, I'm streaming the goodness to you guys. Can I go to, I mean, if you figure out how you can go to the moon, figure out how I can also go to the moon. I would very much like to. I am cycling through some pictures. What we'll do, we'll grab this guy here. We'll borrow that note if we can get it to. Why won't it connect? Oh, there we go. And then we can do something like that. Shrink it down. You are unstable. You actually are, yeah. Space Coast update. I don't live there. SpaceX launched 9:05 again an hour ago. They did? I want to be everyday astronaut, go to the moon. It's kind of crazy, eh? I don't know if that mission is actually going to happen or when, but I mean, that's kind of pretty crazy. So we've got that. 92. I'm also looking at this ring. Initially, I had this guy more like that, so that it was completely hidden, right? But I'm wondering, it's some nice, potentially kind of nice, likable detailing. So I don't know. You guys prefer it with or without? There's a bit of a mismatch color, so we'll have to pick, cover it. Jeremy doesn't like it. Jeremy says we should cover it. Cover it. Sky says cover it. Whatever floats your boat. Yeah. Shoestring, budget, and snacks. Is there any other way to do it? But I have to agree, I think it's probably better covered. Okay. So like that. That here is good. I guess we should maybe bring these in a bit more. Like that. I guess. Not to mention he listens to voices in his head. This is true. Now for these guys here. Has there been sufficient love showers in my midst? Happy birthmas to you. Thank you, Beastie. It's good to see you. They ain't Voices, they're my friends. I'm looking at... I had an idea for these mounts, for the Omni antennas, that we could just make out of a single piece. This is kind of like what we did here. But I am now wondering if Birthmas, I'm gonna take that. That was gifted to us by Carnessa, who was here just a little while ago. Stopped by to say happy Birthmas. And then he was gone with the wind. Because it's super late where he is. So, I'm not mad. Cosmonaut Crash said he was going to be here, I think. I've yet to see him. So I'm not sure where he's at. Birthmas. If we look at the actual way those guys, the Omnis were mounted, they did use trusses. This is a pretty good shot here. You can get it. They've got like a tripod kind of setup. We could do something similar. We could not, because there is actually something else that I want to do that I think would look kind of cool. It would be subtle, but it would look kind of cool. Everybody should adopt Birthmas. That'd be kind of funny, like just, you know, random family member or whatever. Cosmo hasn't crashed the stream yet. He has not. Because I saw him talking and he chatted to me on Discord earlier. So I was expecting him to show up, but has he said anything? Nope, hasn't said anything, alas. Alas. So if we just use a double mount system, not unlike what we've got here, we can get away. That's because I like this concept. Like, you've got this would give it a certain amount of lateral and vertical stability, and then this guy would kind of complete the picture. And if we do that for this guy and this guy versus just a one piece, it's just +2 ultimately, which is really not that bad, not that much. So let's do that. We'll use this surface actually as a starting point. Who's experiencing the 6 minutes of terror? Something like that. We really don't need these guys to be so long, so we'll shrink these guys down. Even insofar as the fatness goes, we don't need them to be that big. We'll do that's too short, way too short. We'll do that. I see you did some work underneath too. Oh yeah, you haven't seen that, eh? You were yeah. We did that. Assemble these because it gives it a bit of a rougher look, because the panels on the outside of the LEM were really, This LEM Ascent module is sponsored by... Exactly. If only. If only. Maybe one day I'll get sponsored. I don't know. I'm small time, but that's alright. Yeah, but it looks... I don't know how much... Like, once we're actually filming, I don't know to what extent some of the details are going to come out. Yeah, I mean, it looks a little rough in the way that it's put together, and that's... I like that because it looks like that on the actual lunar module itself, right? It's not like all the panels are you know, the finishing quality, let's say, is yeah, you can, I mean, like, just look at this side here, like, you can really see how janky it was, right? So let's go. I'm gonna move this guy this way and then this way. Rivets everywhere. A lot of rivets, yeah. We need that. We need this. Okay. The LEM is the king of jank. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm agree with it. We'll flip this around. We'll do that, like that. We'll put it down to 50. It looks kind of fat right now. Even 40. And then we'll bring this guy back up a bit. We will bring it down. Or, no, that would be too long. Polish this. It's been an hour. It has. It has. It doesn't feel like it. I don't know if it's just a Friday feels, but I'm gonna say it, but it doesn't feel like an hour. That guy's good. We'll bring this guy. I don't quite understand the angle off of this guy, but like that. It's been an hour. Yep. Achievement unlocked. Good one. I think I like it sticking out off of the side like that, to be honest. Like it's side mounted or something. Fireworks and dynamite. This guy out just a bit. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and my goodness. I do have an idea. An additional idea. 64 minutes. Let me try and get... that. Put it. I just want to see something real quick. Are you sure it's only 23 times? It feels like it should be more than that. I feel like your guys' mathematics is off. Bring it down 500. I feel like these guys should still be a little thinner. $35, $35, $35. Just passing by to say happy birthday. Thank you. Pope Rostu. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's always nice when people do that. Now the question is, do I actually want this guy here? Because I do need to be careful with the part count. You might run out of gas. I hope you don't. I feel like that would be bad where you are. I'm just thinking right now that if we're going to put 3 pieces, we might as well make it properly tripod. But do we want that? Here. Down and out. About that. Go and push, you'll be fine. I mean we're at 98. We'll need 2 parts here, a few more parts. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. I'm gonna cancel this guy actually, but it's just gonna be. It looks. Does it look unnecessarily fragile at just 2 parts? Unless we make one guy bigger. It was a cough. You should count it as a cough. That's exactly what it was. We'll make this guy beefier so that it looks tougher. There we go, and then we'll just have to... Man, sometimes the camera in the VB just drives me nuts. Bonkers. 450. There we go. Unless I have an idea. I think I'm going to leave this guy at 3 pieces because they're fairly exposed. Obviously, they're not. The positioning isn't finished because this guy's just kind of floated into thin air, but it looks good here, I find. We'll just bump this guy out. 800 is what we'll use, and then we'll just turn until it squeezes in. Like that. And then like that. Okay, and this guy should probably have a bit more of a yeah, that looks better. Okay, but what's bothering me with this guy here is that there's nothing stopping a downward application of force, right? Augustus, according to the schematic I just looked up, both rod antennas only have 1 rod. I'm going to counter that with this picture here. So they're on the moons. I mean, it's a properly functioning LEM. And you can see there's the one here, and then 2 and 3. And then this guy here. 1, 2, and 3. Right, so basically, it's like a tripod configuration is the least... Alright, guy. Tripod configuration is the minimal number you can have to cover application of force in all 3 planes, right? So think of like a 3D space. You need at least a minimum of a tripod. The schematic I looked up was wrong. Burn it. So I like this. We'll bring this guy in just a bit like that. And then we'll turn it out just a bit. So what's bothering me, whoopsie daisy, accidentally clicked outside. What I like about this guy here is that we've got, because of the angle, we've got a bit of a, can I bring this guy out like that? We've got a downward slope, which provides some support, right? and then compensated by the fact that these guys are just kind of beefy is the rationale. That save, and then just for the looks of it, I like the tripod on this guy, but we could. What if instead we did that, and then we did that, and then we could also do that, and then that way we'll combine two axes at once. Do that, then we'll bring it in like that. Although I hardly think we'll be able to notice this though, in all honesty, which is kind of the sad part. I hate that you cannot zoom closer than this on, like, I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but yeah, thick bipod or tripod. I'm also trying to figure out a way to make sure we actually see this guy, and because of just go one thick nah, I mean, I like it thinking outside the box, but nah. I cannot wait to start taking pictures with this thing on the moon. I swear. Unopod. So, Beastie, I installed that mod and I tried to get used to it. And I just could not. Like, I've gotten so, after like hundreds of hours spent in the VAB and the space plane hangar building stuff, I've gotten so hardwired to the camera settings before what WSD mod does, that I could not for the life of me get myself to get used to the feel that mod brought. I just couldn't. So at one point I just went like, oh my god, I cannot use this mod. I want to use it, but I just cannot. Like, it's not working. We'll bring it down 340. One thing I think I'll do too is so right now it's all silver, but I might try the white metallic, because like it's super hard to see how much of a difference the white metallic has to just the silver metallic. You can tell the silver's darker, but I'm hoping to find a metallic color that might just be a bit closer to the gray color of this guy, just so that we get a bit more of a color match. Octaped antenna, when spider lamb. These guys I feel like need to be spread out a bit more. I mean, I like this. That kind of just hits. That feels right. Shrink this guy. Does whatever a spider LEM can. Yeah, I think you're right, Beastie. Now, there is one more thing that I want to do that I noticed that I thought was really cool. It's a very subtle detail, but I kind of feel like it's the subtle details that are the best a lot of times. But you can see it here, and you can see it better here, but it's basically this guy here. I'm not 100% sure what it is, actually, to be honest, but this guy here, it's got like these gold offsets here. I have no idea what it is. It looks like a handle, I think is what it is. I'm 99.9% sure that was just like an outside EVA handle, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think that would be kind of a sweet little detail that we could add. So we will we'll do that. Maybe, yeah, I think you're right, Beastie. I think you're absolutely right. Also, before, there is one more thing we need to do. Get rid of all of this. I just want that. I mean, they did do some EVAs around Earth and around the moon, right? I think it was on... was it 15? Or 17? I think it was 17. They retrieved something off of the command mod, or the service module in lunar orbit. And the command module pilot, I think it was Don Evans, I think, did that. Outer and inner will make smaller, and then we will get this guy. Like that. We'll make this guy into a... For whatever reason, or hi, Cube, how's it going? Good to see you. We'll do that. So we'll just complete this part here to complete the lower section. And looks like we're centered. Outside diameter is 1.5. 1.5, and we'll make it as thin as possible. We'll have to make it taller. Oh wait, we can make a cone. We should be able to make a hollow cone, I think. Yeah, there we go. We'll make this guy smaller. Outer 1.4. What do we think? We like it? Better? No? Inner should be 800 is a little too close. Okay, so we'll fix that like that. Um, 850. What happens if we bring it down once? There's no clipping. That's good. We'll make it a bit bigger. Here we go. So we can see we've got some amount of clearing with the engine nozzle, which is fine. It's good. That's what we need. Looks a bit thick. And what happens if we do this? Top diameter. Which one is bottom? That's bottom. Do we want that? Do we want that? BRB laters. What are we doing? We are doing the detailing on the module, on the lunar module. So we're real close to being done with this thing. We do have a bit of work to do still. But we've done the antenna supports. So we've got these two guys. We've done this tripod here. You need another throat clear count. We've got this guy going here, and we've got this antenna mount as well here. Like that. And then this guy, we'll do that. Now, I'm not 100% sold on this guy, because I kind of don't want it to. Actually, I know what we can do here. We'll make this smaller and that like that. We can make this guy, I said 1.3. So do that. Like that. And then we can make this guy on top smaller. I'll leave this here for now. Whoa, 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 what just happened? Because we still have to we have to find a way to justify that these guys don't fall off in some way. And I've got an idea of how I want to go about doing that, but we'll see. 1.2, 1.1. If we do that, we can bring down these guys to 1.1, and then we'll bring this guy back down a bit. Center it. All right, so let's do the thing. Let's do that handrail. That's the thing I really want to do right now. What we'll do is we'll bring this guy out. We'll remove the foil color. Yeah, I think so. Do we? Yeah, we'll remove the foil color. Just plain metal. And we're gonna go and pick that white metallic thing earlier that I saw. Where is it? There's silver, gold, white paint metallic. We'll do that. We'll put it into roughly where we need it to be. Like that. And we'll shrink the diameter down to 22. It's a little less than an inch. Length, we'll grow that. Like that. And then we'll shrink it down a bit. 950, I think, is what we'll need. Like that. Pretty sure the white metallic color is the default color too. Yeah, it seems like it. Seems like it. We can shrink the length down for this guy. I'll just do that so it's a little easier to see. I think we'll need 500. And I'm basically following the kind of same slope as these edges are, the same offset. And that will be our guide, basically. We'll do that. We'll pull it out just a bit. And we'll extend it so it's clearly inside. Like that. And we'll do that. Match this edge here. We'll obviously shrink this guy down. We don't need it to be so long. And then we will do that. We'll stretch this guy out because we need it longer, and what we'll do here, I'm about to land on the moon. Good luck, mate. Give it a 45-degree angle. Or a 30-degree angle. Like that. Out and down. $104. It's kind of a lot. I wasn't expecting it to be so many parts. But then again, I guess that's what I get for being me. And we'll use this guy. We'll shrink it down to about 100. And 50. 140. Like that, and then we'll do that again here, down there, and these will basically act as the supports. And I'll only be in and out build 50 parts. It'll be an hour. Kelvin, yes, Beastie. Now the fun thing about having everything attached together is we can basically just move everything as a whole, right? So designing with a bunch of like mini sub-assemblies. Where do I want this guy? I guess here is all right. On screen is enough explanation. I think this guy should be a bit more. Yeah, that's nice. Something like that. Okay. Time warp to fast. Bro, LEM is looking like fire. It's not bad. I mean, you can definitely tell what it was inspired by. But it's nice. All right, we're at an hour and 40. Screw Bob and Bill. It is always Jeb, isn't it? Now, do we need more gold color on the ascent stage? I don't think we do. I think there's a few subtle accents here and there, which is nice. We will also change the color off of these guys. Red is going to be, say, 3-2. What if we go 50? $75. Because that part does have a bit more of a reddish color on the actual LEM. I'm not sure why, but it just does. Okay. We don't need any more gold. I don't think we do. I don't think we do. I think the little accents here and there are sufficient, to be honest. Now, this guy will have to flip 180 degrees around. Okay. Final gold, brass metallic everywhere. Brass and beautiful. The foil one's at least. The foil one's at least what? Are you going to cover the? Nope. This is going to be it. They're going to look like that. And that's why we kind of have these guys here. Bring this down. So if this is what we've got, there's a bit of a gap here. Somewhat of a gap here, which is, I don't know how big they are on this. $16.3 tons. That's not bad. That's where we should be ish. The actual LEM was weighed in at, yeah, the extended ones, the long duration ones, were 16.4, which is basically exactly where we're at with ours. And if we look at, if we look at the delta V margins, we've got 2200 here, but I think we can still. How much of an impact does that have? Water is at 2 days and 23. So just if we do that, 4 days. That's too much. So let's go. And tank UI. Water will be. No, hold on. Tank UI. Put that here. Tank UI is. Water. 150. 5 update. So that is at 2209. Water's for 3 days, which is fine. That includes asset module as well. Food is 3 days. Lithium hydroxide will need a bit of that. We need oxygen. We've got more than enough. How much is the oxygen weigh in at? 30,000 will go 10,000. And negligible impact. The viewing count dropped. Possibly. Water 315, food, lithium hydroxide. Okay. What we'll have to do as well is we'll have to add a bit of fuel, a bit more fuel on the descent stage. A bit more. And if we do that, we will be at, right now electric charge is going to be at how much? I think it's going to be way too much. It's because it's been 105 minutes. It has been 105 minutes, yeah. It's been quite a while. But I think we're just about there. We'll bump this up to 3865 and then 3891, 65, 64, 65. Let's go to 75 here. It's really been a minute. It has been. 61, if we increase it to 5, 60, 895, 895, 61, 890, 62, 85, 63, 64, 66, 67. We'll need more helium. We'll put that at 90,000. There we go. That's why I was running low on helium. 2226. Sky is still there. 22. Are we out of room? We are out of room. We're out of room. We'll have to drop the there. Helium, let's go to 96,600. Let's go to, we'll keep it at that. Actually, you know what? I just have to do this. What's the mix? 2244. Um, 2244. 3.6 road gun. Not great, not bad. Not great, not bad. 4445. And we're running out of room. So this is pretty good, and that brings us to 16.7. All right, let's see how she looks. Start in orbit. We'll go 250. So I'm getting tired. We'll test it out. We'll see what it that I'm alive. Glad to hear it. Super happy to hear it. Because I need you to pay me still some more. So we'll test it out. We'll see how she maneuvers, and we are at almost at the 2-hour mark. But I think at the 2-hour mark, that's going to be it for tonight. Because we're finally like kind of finished with this thing, which is pretty crazy. So if we like the look, we will. That'll be it. I said because you were fixing some on the top panels and you said 3.6. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that reference. It you remember it. We'll do that. We will get rid of, where's the menu for this guy? That, and then we'll just tweak this guy here. There we go, and voila. And they look like they were made for each other. The foil out here just looks great though. They did a good job on that. These are actually supposed to be these guys here. They're supposed to be the actual support points for the rounded surface on the LEM. Have at least 3 years. Looks so pretty. It's not bad, eh? Aim camera. I mean, you can definitely tell what the inspiration was. There's no doubt about that. Ah, that's coming out quite nicely. Look at that. You can see it. Like, it's subtle, but once you see it, right? So that's cool. I like that. Put the gear down. No. Extend. There we go. Bro. Is that a Supra? We'll need this guy activated first. Well, it's looking believable, that's for sure. I do wish there was an easy way to kind of deal with the gray, the default gray color. But overall, I think it's yeah. I mean, it's a pretty activate the engines. It's a pretty solid mix of taking inspiration from the actual thing, and actually putting stuff where it had to be for a reason, right? Like, for example, these panels covering. Did we fill up these tanks? We did not. Why are you guys? Whoa, 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 whoa. I wasn't telling you to fire. So somebody forgot to tell me to reactivate these things. Oh well. I'm gonna have to make. Why are you firing? Like that. Now we're gonna have to make real sure. I don't want the flow priority is gonna be that. I want to make sure it doesn't consume when we fire. That view is kind of cool, actually. I want to make sure we don't use up the RCS stuff from when we fire the main engines. RCS, yeah. Let's get these guys out of the way. Did we... Oh, we killed all the... Damn it. Got rid of the ignitions. Oh, well. So how does she... Oh, I forgot to actually... I just realized I forgot to fine-tune the balance on it. It handles well. Nah, man. That's on the command module. Wrong ship. Wrong ship. Oh no, that means the Delta V readout was way off for the descent. How do you figure? Because these guys were half full? It'll be off a little bit, but not. It shouldn't be off by a huge amount. There's a bigger impact on the ascent stage than on the descent stage for sure. No, I did not. I just realized. But we'll fix that. Yeah, they're still half full. They're still half full, yeah. We should get some dinner. Well, ain't she a purty little thing? She's awkward looking, as she should be. Mark! Glad you could join. So late in the stream. Rough timing. Rough timing. Oh, hi, Mark. So, what do you think, Mark? Yay or nay? This is so cinematic, dramatic ending. How about that, eh? How I work my magic for you guys with the cameras. I can't tell which is gonna go, which is way. Nope, nope, this way. If he says nigh, I'm putting him down. Bad horse. What about the staging? I think it looks great. Mark approves. Obviously from this far away you can't pick up much of the details, but now if we fire the Ascent engine, it's not going to fly really well because it's not balanced yet. I forgot to I have to offset the center mass, and I forgot to do that. It's okay though. I mean, you can pick up on the details quite well, actually. Can't wait to see it land. Same. Let's see if we can actually. I'm not sure how far off balance it is, though. It's nope. It's off a little bit, but it's not too bad. Handmill certainly stands out. Yeah, it does, which is great. I think the offset is just about right. I'm not paying attention to the nav ball right now because I'm busy looking at the LEM. Starting to lose it. Yeah, Doggy, that's not a bad idea, actually. Common fuel type that will eat a lot of Delta V. What do you mean? What do you mean? Let's fix. We've got. Oh, it's 2 hours. We'll fix the center mass location, and I think that's gonna be it. It's a solid 2 hour stream. Not bad. It's not too late, but that's fine. I got a big day tomorrow, birthday parties and whatnot. Friends coming over. Oh, you ain't going out on it? No. Monomethyl hydrazine is what's being used for the RCS. Guess who's back? So we'll just grab this guy like that. And then we will, you know what we're going to do? We're going to refill these tanks up. And how much water are we carrying on here? If we're at 2090. If we drop a bit of water, whoops a daisy. Water, thank you, I. If we bring it down to 20, that'll give us just a tad more, not much, but I'll take it. Now I'm not a fan of this, that you can see it here. So I think I'm going to shrink the size on top a bit more. Yep, that's better. I think that's better. Thanks, Calvin. Don't forget to check the CSM, the LEM. Yeah, we're going to have to do that. We're going to do some actual test flights as well, so we can actually test that in actual missions. If you have had excess, will actually gain efficiency as you fly that. If you had excess. Yeah, indeed. Thanks, Calvin. And again, I'm going to say it. Again, your streams brighten my day. Amazing. Super happy to hear it. Wonderful news. Wonderful news. So let's just, we'll grab a really powerful engine just to increase the evidence of the offset, and then we will 340, yeah, we'll do that. We'll drop this down to reduce the mass, and then we'll get a nice, obvious moment that we're gonna try and get rid of by shifting the center of mass. We'll do that. Where is center of mass? Where is it? Real avionics? No. Vessel naming process? No. It should be here somewhere. There's supposed to be something somewhere to that effect. Ooh, I just realized you haven't eaten all day. Jeez, man. Get some food. Real antenna is disabled because we've got these guys. Avionics is fine. Science is fine. Processes. Where's the center? I swear I saw a center of mass offset available. Ooh, you know what? I just realized, do we even have nitrogen? We need nitrogen. Because when they go out and come back in, when they go out, they need nitrogen. They would not have been able to. Nitrogen will do that. Nitrogen will just need about, like, I don't know, 30 units or so. Okay, where is my offset center of mass? Avionics parts have. I know, that's what I'm looking for, and I swear I saw it on this guy. MLI, no. Science avionics. New. Lights on, don't care. Processes configuration, no. I guess it doesn't have one. You have marshmallows. Well, guess what we'll have to do. 511. You can do that. 3, 2, 1, 185. I think we can trick in some more. No. It was at. Well, it's hard to get it right. Oh. 082. Okay, so let's see. That should go first. All right, for the last time tonight. One final time, we'll just double check a few things, make sure the ascent stage behaves, and that will be it for tonight. I wonder how comparatively fast or long the loading screens are going to be on KSP2. Do that. We'll lock the other one just in case I don't goof. Let me get this guy. Obviously, we'll have to open him up. So this is all ascent stage stuff. I am not touching anything. What the hell is going on? Thing's got a mind of its own. Oh yeah. She's flying steady. Did my man Venom just say Johnny Wise who made room? It's pretty stable, eh? Whoa. Don't need too much RCS to fly this guy. So good thing we're not consuming helium from the upper stage to fire the descent engine, which is great. There you go. Yep, gum-dropping spider, yeah, exactly. Okay. And then if we do that and then do this. How steady is it? That's pretty bang on. I'm not touching anything. It's there's a slight amount of pitching, but I mean it's really Tommy Wiseau. There's a slight amount of pitching, but I mean this is fairly manageable, to be honest. Yeah, that's pretty good. Bon appetit. Steady as she goes, man. She's pretty stable. And you can kind of see the imperfections of how the panels are mounted too. It's subtle, but if you look for it, you'll see it. See, it's starting to drift. But it's fairly manageable. Like, it's not hard to recover. Bon appetit means... Bon appetit literally means good appetite. Don't think... I'm not repeating that. Okay. Oh, losing control. Losing control, but it's pretty steerable, to be honest. It steers quite well, actually. Ha ha ha. Last ditch effort. Where is prograde? Prograde is here. Yeah, that's going to be easy to put back into orbit, to be honest. Like, it's not perfectly balanced, but honestly, it's really not that bad. This is a spitting image of the real LEM. And there you go, folks. There we have it. Wait, never mind. Dumb question. All right. You can use... It cannot gimbal, but it does deep throttle. The Ascent engine does not deep throttle. And it does not gimbal also. The Descent engine both gimbals and throttles. Because if you look at the thrust, it's always constant at 15. All right, guys. I think that looks good, man. I think the end result was worth the pain. It's weird looking and it's funky, but it looks believable, and that makes me happy. And if we think of stuff along the way, we could always improve on further iterations. Is there not another config with throttle? STJ, yes, I'm just going to use for block 5. I don't know, to be honest, but I know the throttling was for the landing, so the Descent engine had that, but not the Ascent engine. He cleared his throat 26 times this stream. At least. At least. That's the scale. Everything's looking believable. $28. 28's the count. If you guys say it's 28, I'll take 28. What a view. Nothing to add credibility, like not actually gripping the handles. No, well. Let's try one last thing. Can we target the Kerbals? Apparently we cannot. Let's target this panel. And then what we could do is we could do like a panning shot. And we'll drop this down the speed, and then we'll just do something like that. For Lammy entry. At least 2-second delay between me and you, doggy. And there we go. Alright, folks, it's been good. Re-entry rated LEM. I doubt it. Are we going in? No, we're not. All right, I'm happy. I think it turned out well. It's funky, and I think it'll do the job. I think it'll get us there and back, like a hobbit's tale. 2 hours and 21 minutes, almost 2.5. But yeah. Cinematic shot of Kerbal going up and down on the LEM handles. Just flexing the suit, you know. Because it affects the movement of the camera for whatever reason, and I'm not sure if it's just like the center of mass. But yeah. Yeah, man, I like it. I think it's gonna look great once it actually is once it's on the surface. I think it's gonna look really good. I think the detailing came out somewhat unique and all. So yeah. Amazing. I think it's a pretty good way to start the weekend and the evening, eh? Just chill music, watching a Kerbal floating on a weird ass looking LEM. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's the shifting center of mass. Night, great stream, awesome cinematics. Just need to run an Apollo night. That's it. That's it. That will be coming along. That's going to be the next steps. The fun thing is that now that I've taken the time to build a lot of architecture, that's going to cover our build needs for the next multiple missions, which means that the delay in between episodes 26, which is next, and 27 shouldn't be so bad. Let's go this way. It is a prototype. Yeah. It might at some point. Lovely night to you lots. It might get a bit of an upgrade at some point, but for now, this is going to be. That's going to be it. That's going to be somewhat the design we're going to be taking up and down to the surface. I think if we do any updates, it'll be to add more fuel to the descent stage, but we'll see. We might be able to bleed off a bit of fuel on the ascent stage and get a bit more out of the descent stage as a result. All right, it's been good. Another good Friday evening, another good stream, I hope. And a nice, weird looking craft. Just what the doctor ordered. All right, everybody. Super fun. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. Very, very, very much appreciated. I hope everybody has a really good weekend. Remember to be good to one another. Remember to comment. Remember to click like. I know it's annoying when people ask that, but it does help. It's encouraging, and it does help. So remember to like the video if you haven't already, and drop your comments down below. And we'll catch you next time. Saturday evening. Friday. It's Friday evening over here, but yeah, if it's Saturday already where you are, well then I hope your Saturday is going really well, and I hope your Sunday goes even better indeed. I've been Calvin Maclure, and I will see you guys in the hopefully near future. Cheers, everyone. And thanks again for the birthday wishes. Love you all. Bye-bye.